My name is Karen Zimmerman. I'm a member of Quilts of Valor. It's a national organization. I'm the local representative. I sew quilts and I award quilts in our Tri-County area. We're here today to honor our veterans and active duty service members who have been nominated through the Quilts of Valor website. Each quilt is sewn by an individual or a group, all of whom are volunteers. None of these quilts have been made in a factory. I'm going to read you a poem and then a description of our gratitude for your service. I'll call 3 of you up at a time. Individually, I'll wrap you in your quilt. So the poem is called It is a Veteran, and I don't know who the author is. It is the veteran, not the preacher, who has given us the freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who has given us the freedom of press. It is the veteran, not the poet, who has given us the freedom of speech. It is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to assemble. It is the veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the veteran who salutes the flag, who serves under the flag, who gave his and her oath to support and defend the Constitution and our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and whose coffin is draped by the flag. It is the veteran with faith in God and country who has given us all our rights. So I thank you for my rights, the rights of my family, and the freedom of our country. The Quilt of Valor Foundation began in 2003 when the founder, Catherine Roberts, who is a quilter and a Blue Star mom, had a dream while her son was deployed to Iraq. And I quote from Catherine: "A young man was sitting on his bed, hunched over. The permeating feeling was one of utter despair. I could see his war demons clustered around him, dragging him down into an emotional gutter. Then in the next scene, I saw his demeanor change from one of despair to one of hope and well-being. The reason for the change was the quilt he had wrapped around himself." End of quote. The message to Catherine was that quilts equal healing. Since that day, the organization has spread to all 50 states and beyond. The first 100 quilts that Catherine and her friends made went to Walter Reed Hospital. Since then, quilts have been awarded to those who served in numerous conflicts, including but not limited to World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War, Iraq and Afghanistan, and Desert Storm. Our mission is to honor our service members and veterans who have been touched by war. Over 228,000 Quilts of Valor have been awarded to date. To each of you who are receiving a quilt today, this quilt was made with you in mind. Quilters believe as we sew, love, peace, and gratitude flow from our hearts through our hands into your quilt. A Quilt of Valor does not judge. Its sole purpose is to honor, comfort, and heal you. But we ask one thing of you. Please do not hang this quilt or put it in a display case. It's meant to be used by you. Wrap it around yourself just like the young man did in Catherine's dream. We honor you for your service to our country. We'll never know the depths of the sacrifices you made in serving the United States of America, but we respect and appreciate them. Quilters know that freedom is not free. This Quilt of Valor says thank you and welcome home. And I'll call 3 of you up at a time. Let's show the quilt. Here's your quilt.
Thank you, ma'am.
Take these two corners. Go that way. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Same to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
You're welcome. Now you stay nice and warm.
You're right.
Ellis Green. Mr. Green was born here in Charleston, and he attended Meggett High School. After high school, he went to New York City and enrolled in the City College of New York. He was called to active duty in the Army and served 27 years as active duty. He served in Korea, Thailand, Vietnam, Germany, Desert Storm, and retired in 1994. He worked for FEMA for 10 years in Virginia, worked with the veterans part-time, helping veterans file for disability benefits if they suffer from symptoms associated with 11 diseases or conditions. From 1999 to the present, he has helped 275 veterans file for VA claims. It's your quilt. Want to show everybody? Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Addison Green served in the Army in World War II and was nominated by Janetta Hamilton. James Griffin served in the Navy. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Matt Higdon also served in the Navy. We'll get it down yet. Thank you for serving. Thank you for serving our freedom.
Thank you.
Donald Meadows was nominated by Lee Moss, and he was a Navy submariner. You can take that paper off. Next. Thank you very much. Mr. Rader was nominated by Sandra Rader, and he was a submariner also. Walk this way. Three or 4 months. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Reese served in the Navy for 50 years. And reserve, right? He was nominated by Carol Maynard.
Oh, it's beautiful. I need this today, right?
Coming up soon, not too much longer, thank you.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. Aquanetta and Daryl Heath. Aquanetta served in the Army and the Air Force, and Daryl served in the Navy. You're welcome. Thank you. for your
Thank you
service.
so much.
You're welcome. We got lots of oohs and ahs. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Marquita and Arthur Allen. They were both nominated by Rebecca Scott. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cautious with your shirt.
Oh, that's fine.
I thank you each for coming to for serving in our country, for sharing this with your family member or friend. And don't forget, as you go through life, to please thank a veteran. So thank you all for coming. I appreciate it.